Good morning, bon dia to Dubai. I hope everyone is cool. At last, finally, I'm back. Exactly 2 months, I guess. How are you all? If you can hear me, if everything is okay, just let me know. We are very near to the opening. Hello, morning. Hey, Sachin. Buenos dias, John. Tamim, sound is okay. Thank you, brother. Tamim, when you give me that message in WhatsApp, I saw your message, but I was on the bike. I thought that I will reply you after a bit, like maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Then I forgot. I'm so sorry, brother. Okay, it's not any secret. Hey, brother, Fanny Films. How are you, brother? Aurela, bom dia, brother. Come on, boy. I'm so fine, man. Thank you for asking, man. Gangja, good morning. Aurela, bom dia. Okay, I read your comment. I think. Lord, hello, brother. Sujivan, good morning, brother. Fanny, good evening, brother. Paul, good morning. Ricardo, good morning. John, good morning, brother. How are you? Danichu, nice to hear your voice. Thank you so much, brother. I was feeling like I will be able to talk or not. Yesterday, I was feeling shaking. I was shaking. Literally, I was shaking because I was feeling shy. I was feeling afraid to talk. But now I'm little okay. Welcome back. Thank you so much, Arsenal FX. Thank you so much. Hey, Nozan. How are you, brother? Jamie, good morning. How are you, Jamie? Ravi, RP. How are you, brother? Tree, welcome back. Thank you so much. Archana, good morning. Ravi, thanks for the penguin and the bowman. Erdogan, welcome. Robin Hood. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. JB, thank you, man. Jait, good morning. Yeah, 2 minutes to open. Now, I really don't have anything to say because if you were with me around the yesterday, you know that what this market is leading for and how I am going to use this minus 1.5 standard deviation, minus 1 standard deviation, like this one minus 1.5 and this minus 1 standard deviation. So really I have nothing to say, instead saying that it is going higher until this market is not going to close above this new week opening gap. Okay, so there is a new week opening gap from 15-minute chart. Here you can see this is the closing of Friday, opening of Sunday. This is the new week opening gap. Until it is not going to close above this line, I will think about that sell side liquidity. If it close above that line, I'll start to think about first this buy side liquidity and the next this line, which is also the buy side liquidity. Okay, so if you take a closer look over here, this high, that high, they're the relatively equal highs or the obvious liquidity, you can say, because this high has taken over here by a shallow run, which is called the obvious liquidity. So I'll think about those buy side liquidity here, and then this line, which is the 50% as well, between 1.5 standard deviation and 2.5 standard deviation. This is the 50%. So this two line is going to be my target for today. If this market come back again below this new week opening gap, or at least below the 50% of this new week opening gap, I'll think about this sell side liquidity. Overall, I really don't care about this sell side liquidity. I believe it will be left for later. Okay, so it's a job for later use, not for now. This is I believe. Okay, and I think that this will keep going higher to the Pluto. Moon, we have already touched the moon. We need the Pluto now. So the Pluto is over here, minus 2.5 standard deviation, which is obvious to me as the market has closed above the minus 1.5 standard deviation from the daily chart. So this line is obvious to me. I would love to see this market will come over here. So this is 9:30 open. Let's see what is going to happen around 9:30. Okay, here you go. This is the 9:30 open. Okay, not too much hurry to enter into the trade. Would love to see what it is going to do, and then we'll see. Okay, okay. Now this is the 9:30 candle. Would love to see if it can present any first presented fair value gap over here or not. Or does it? I am seeing here on my right hand side. I'm seeing over here from 15-minute chart. Okay, so can it come back again into this new week opening gap, or does it want to keep going higher toward that buy side liquidity and then that line, which is the 50% of minus 1 and minus 2 standard deviation? So this is my whole interest right now. Thank you, Nish. Hey, Sarji, thanks for that penguin, man. Stacks, good morning, brother. Let me check what is the size of this gap so far. It's a gap of 3 handle. I don't care about that gap. If it keep going higher, I will do nothing because I have already missed the entry opportunity around this area, which was before 9:30. So I really don't care about the price action before 9:30. I would love to go for the trade after or around 9:30. As you can see, this market has already moved a lot. Okay, so it came from here to here, which is near about uh, kind of 80 handle. Market has moved. So I'm not in rush to enter into this trade over here. No interest to enter over here. We'll wait if market can provide me something. Let me check the opening gap. Okay, so actually a very small opening gap over here, not going to market. You can see here, this candle close, this candle open. So this is the opening gap here to here. This is the opening gap. So let's see how the opening gap is going to react. Can it hold the market, send it higher or not? But not interested to enter into the trade right now. By the way, if you get any entry opportunity, just let me know. By the way, your target, your bias could be bearish. If your bias is bearish, let me know. If you see any selling setup, let me know. I'm just interested to see the setup. Okay, for me, until this market is above this new week opening gap high here on my right hand side, this line is the new week opening gap high. I'm more interested to see this buy side liquidity will be taken and then it will come over here. As today is Monday, it can be consolidation. That means the accumulation. That means market is not going anywhere. It is moving here and there, here and there, here and there, range bound or something like that. I don't have to think about the TGIF because the last week candle was very little. I mean the indecisive candle. So no need to think about the TGIF as well. I have to wait. That's all. Welcome, bro. Thank you, Josie. Josie Kenny in the hero. In the hero. Ah, man. I think I mispronounced your name. Hey, Taijul. Walaikum salam, brother. Ram, what is your bias on Euro USD? I don't trade Forex, brother Ram. I have no idea what is happening in Forex market. No idea. Haj Mubarak and welcome back. Thank you, Murshad. Miguel, we trade NQ. Yeah, we trade NQ only. Sometimes even S&P, but very rare. We have PMI in this week, and PMI is some kind of toward Pluto. I'm confused which side at Pluto. Like PMI is not on those kind of news where you have to think about how to say that. Like CPI. If you have CPI, you have to be very careful around Monday and Tuesday because you have CPI in Wednesday. Maybe you have uh, non-farm payroll around Friday. So you have to be very careful the whole week because you have NFP, PPI, PMI, then the Fed Chair Powell speak. They are not those type of news where you have to be thinking about that news. Okay, it's something I have PPI tomorrow or I have PMI tomorrow around 10. Until 10, I'm not going to trade. After 10, I will trade. That's the thing. Okay. Tomorrow CPI. Are you sure? I don't know. I didn't check the calendar actually. Tomorrow is CPI. Then today is gonna be very difficult to trade. If tomorrow is CPI. Before CPI, there is no bias. It's very difficult to trade if we have CPI tomorrow. I'm just not sure. Okay, so don't ask me. Let me check actually. Come on. I have to fix it. Sunday, Monday close. Tuesday, 8:30. Oh, okay. So we have CPI tomorrow. CAT CPI, USD CPI, USD CPI, USD. Yeah, USD CPI as well. Okay. then it's gonna be difficult today. Whatever, if I get an opportunity to take buy, I'll go for that. No, it's not US 100, it's NQU 2025, which is the Nasdaq June contract, September contract, I guess. If this candle close above that candle, okay, see this candle and come back again to this, to the top of this candle, I'll be in this trade, something like this. Stop loss, I'll put it over there, and randomly I'll just put it. It has to close above this line, above this candle, come back again to the top of this candle. I'll be in this trade. There you go. This is going to be the first partial, which is 1:1, and I'll target to the moon. I'll fix the target later, okay? Right now, that's gonna be the first partial. Let's see. Is that the opening gap? No. I put my stop loss over here because just 2021 handle should put my stop loss below this water block. Not interested to put a huge stop loss, so we'll try this one. If it is stopped out, then okay. Okay, got it stopped out. Come on, baby, all night, Friday night. That's a very nice water block to me. Still, I will see that if the body doesn't close below this low and close above this water block, I'll take re-entry because I should put my stop loss below here. I didn't put it because it's too far. So I tried 2021 handle. It will go back again, close above this water block, will take re-entry. Otherwise, I'll let it fall. Wick can did the damage, so I was not interested to put my stop loss below this, below that candle. If it stopped me out over here, I'm okay with that. 2021 handle is good for me. It will close again above this water block or above this first presented gap. I'll take rebuy. Now about the first presented gap entry, whoever is trying the first presented gap entry, you guys can try over here, okay? I'm not going for the first presented gap entry. So this is the first presented gap entry, which is here. Stop loss has to be there. Target will be 25 handle. So if you would love to try to the first presented gap, you can go for it. I'm not going for it. I will just go for the buy. If it close above this first presented gap, I'll go for that, or the above the order block, I'll go for that. First presented gap entry, it's up to you. I'm just not going for that. This week it will work so beautifully because last week it was disaster. First presented gap was disaster last week, but this week it's gonna be very beautiful, I believe. So this order block is not valid anymore. The first presented gap worked perfectly, and this week I believe it is going to work so perfectly. 25 handle, stop loss 10 handle, or something like that. If the market closes below the concurrent crossment or 50% of this new week opening gap, I'll start to think about sell for this sell side liquidity until it is above this concurrent crossment, as it has closed above this new week opening gap high. Until it is above the concurrent crossment, I will go for the buy. I will try keep looking for a buying opportunity. No sell is valid to me. 934, 934, 934. This one? Are you guys talking about this one? This one, this one, 34, this one? Let me check. Okay, my mistake. Yeah, that was the first presented gap. Yep, my mistake. Okay, then it didn't work today. It should work, but it didn't work. This week, I hope that it will work perfectly. If the candle closed below this concurrent crossment, I will start to look for sell again. If it closed below this 50% of this candle of this gap, this sell side liquidity will be my next target. Until it is not closing, I'm not thinking about sell. Very difficult day to trade today, as tomorrow we have CPI. Come on, come on. I am not interested to take a sell from this gap. If I would love to take a gap, sorry, sell. Yeah, sorry, I will go for the sell because this candle is going to close below this concurrent crossment, as you can see. After how many times? After, I guess, 22 seconds. After 22 seconds, this candle is going to close. So it is going to close below the concurrent crossment of this new opening gap. I'm going to change my bias to bearish. At the beginning, I told if it go above this high, I'll keep looking for buy. If it close below this concurrent crossment, I'll start to look for sell only. So I will start to look for sell again, but I'm not interested to take my sell from this gap because this is a huge gap. I'm not able to put my stop loss over here because of the stop loss. So if it come back again here, make an order block, bearish order block, I'll go for sell from that order block, but not exactly from this gap. If it keep falling, take that sell side liquidity, will do nothing. From 15-minute chart. From 15-minute chart. Look at this fair value gap. This gap doesn't have any value to me. This gap has no value to me. This is not my last fair value gap. Can market reverse from there? Of course it can reverse from there. I don't want to see it will reverse from there. Why? Because I have the new week opening gap here. So he's more stronger than the last fair value gap. New week opening gap, new day opening gap, they are more stronger than the last fair value gap. So I'm not watching that last fair value gap as my reversal. As the market has closed below the constant encroachment as well as below the new week opening gap, while I have this clean sell side liquidity. Do you see the sell side liquidity? What is support zone? What a beautiful support zone. As I have this clean sell side liquidity, and this is a huge resistance. This new week opening gap is a huge resistance to me. I'm more interested to take a sell for this sell side liquidity going to ignore this last fair value gap. And I'm not seeing that as a last fair value gap. Market has reversed from there, didn't take that sell side liquidity. I'm wrong. Okay, in that type of situation, I will mark it as a hindsight. But until it is not reversing, I even didn't notice there is a gap. Okay, Fanny. Why? Just because of this new week opening gap. Here, new week opening gap is playing the most important role over here. This new week opening gap. While I have a very small zone or very small distance with sell side liquidity, last fair value gap, new week opening gap. For example, this new week opening gap was here, okay, here somewhere. Then this last fair value gap was very important to me. But look at the distance in between last fair value gap and the new week opening gap. A very small distance, right? So I really don't care about that last fair value gap. Okay, it came here. As I told, I'm not interested to take my sell from here just because I'm not able to put my stop loss here, which is 39 handle, and target is here. I'm not interested to do that. Instead, I will go for the order block entry. If market can make an order block over here, of course the bearish order block, I will go for the trade, sell trade again. No more buy, sell, only sell. If it keep going higher, what you will do? Nothing until the body close above the new week opening gap high again. If it close above this high again, I'll look for buy again. Until this market is below this constant encroachment of the new week opening gap, I'll keep looking for sell. Remember, selling are valid only if market is below the constant encroachment. Why this market is doing this? Tomorrow I have the CPI. If you have CPI tomorrow, today you have no bias. Do you get the point, Fanny? I'm cool, Nar. I'm cool, Nar. How are you, brother? I'm not interested to take the entry over here. I repeat, this is not my trade because I'm not able to put my stop loss over here. Why? If I'm wrong and market stop me out, I will take a huge loss, 20 handle, 40 handle loss. So I'm not interested to push my button over there. If market makes some kind of order block over here, I would go for the sell over there. It didn't make, I didn't take. Until this market is below this constant encroachment, I will look for sell. It will close there. I will be like hands off, something like that. No trade until either the body close above this high or below this constant encroachment. So this area from constant encroachment to high, this area I have no trade. This small area I have no trade at all. Difficult to sit without doing anything, but yeah, my first opportunity was over here, that order block. That was my first opportunity. It didn't work. Every entry is going to work? I don't think so. Okay, it didn't work. I'm happy. 21 handle loss. I'm happy. Okay, I'm waiting. I took a loss over there. That doesn't mean I will push my button as it is falling. I will push my button as it is going higher. No, I will wait for the next opportunity. It was a very big opportunity to me. It didn't work. I'm happy. Okay, wait. Extend time, x50 to extend time now. What do you mean by that? X50 to extend. Oh, okay. So you're thinking about the macro, I guess. It's a macro time. I see. I'm good, brother. Thanks for asking. You're most welcome, now. Yes, brother. Thank you, Fanny, for understanding. You were saying this is reversing from here around this area. No, I'm not saying like that way. I'm saying that this market is trading higher. Does it want to go higher? Does it want to go lower? I don't know. This market is not leaving any signature over here except the 15-minute order block, the bearish order block. This is the 15-minute bearish order block. So I'm watching this order block, how this market is trading this order block. If it would love to fall, it will trade the 50% of this maximum, the 50% of this order block, bearish order block, then it will start to fall again. I have no rush. I will wait. Brother, I would love to take a buy over here. This is my inversion fair value gap. I would love to take a buy from there. Please go for it. I don't want to trade in between this consequent encroachment to the top. Here, this is the area where I will do nothing. I don't know it will go higher. I don't know it will fall again. So I will do nothing in this zone. It will close above this high. I will look for buy again. Any kind of buying opportunity, I'll go for buy. There is a selling opportunity. I don't care about that. If the market closes above that line, I don't care about the sell anymore. I will go for only buy. If it closes below this constant encroachment and there is a buy setup, I don't care. But brother, it is in premium, sorry, discount. Sir, here is no premium, here is no discount. This is all-time high. In all-time high, it is always premium. There is no discount, no premium. But in a short or a smaller time frame, there is premium and discount. If you can do that, please go for it. I have no problem. While you have framed a buy here around this area, it was in premium. So market fall, cleared the sell side liquidity. Now this is the discount. You should look for the buy from there. If you think like that way, I am glad to you. I don't think like that way. It didn't work today. That doesn't mean it's not going to work tomorrow. 100% that is going to work tomorrow. 100% it will work over there tomorrow. Any of you would love to take the buy from here, please go for it. If you think any entry opportunity over there, please go for it. I'm only interested to look for sell until this market is not going to close above the constant above the high of this new week opening gap, but my sell will be below the constant encroachment of the new week opening gap. I talk too much, right? Am I one line? Am I one line? I think so. I think so. Waiting. So boring, right? I will wait. If any of you are not trading, are waiting with me, trust me, brother. High to constant encroachment is a very risky area. It's a very risky area. Either go for buy, either go for sell, or go for sell. This is a very risky area. You will understand, or you will see that. That doesn't mean that I'm going to tell you that please don't go for buy. If you feel it will go higher, if you get any buying opportunity over there, please go for that. I request. I will wait. For me, it's a bearish market now. Thank you, Belmont. How are you, man? Okay, I will try to explain that one more time as I'm waiting. At the beginning, this was the candle that has closed above the new week opening gap high. So I was extremely bullish. I was thinking that after the opening, this market will go for this buy side liquidity and that line. It will go for that. Then after opening, market keep falling, 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 closed below this new week opening gap. This sell side liquidity are really so clean. It's too clean. I know that in time this market will keep going higher. So if market doesn't want to leave this sell side liquidity for CPI, it is going to take that sell side liquidity by today. As after closing up the new week opening gap high, it didn't go for the buy side liquidity. It come back again, closed below this new week opening gap low. It's a sign that this market is falling for this sell side liquidity. While this rally started over there, every buyers who thought that this is a strong support, they are going to enter here to that rally. They are going to enter over there. They're thinking that we have missed the entry from there. While this market fall again, though it didn't came to this support zone, but it was too cheap price. So buy from there. And you see this market is rallying over there, rallying over there. They started to enter over there. So what this market will do, this market will fall, took the sell side liquidity, then it will start to go higher. But selling are valid if and only if the setup is below the constant crossment of this new week opening gap. Why? Every single level is important of this new week opening gap, but the most important level is high 50% and the low. So it can use this constant crossment as a support and then it can start to go higher again. I don't want to take that risk. So I would love to use this constant crossment as my resistance so that I can be sure that this market is not going to reverse from this constant crossment. Instead, it is going to use this constant crossment as a resistance and keep falling for this sell side liquidity. That is my logic. Is that clear, brother? Hey, GRGSF. I'm cool, man. Thank you for welcoming me. How I'm going to think that this market is not going to take that sell side liquidity if and only if it close above this new week opening gap high, I will start to think about the buy again. But it is in deep premium. I don't care. My important zone is this new week opening gap. So this new week opening gap is either it is going to be a strong resistance or it's gonna be a strong support. If the body close above this new week opening gap high, like here, I will use this new week opening gap as a strong support. If it close below this new week opening gap low, I will use this new week opening gap as a strong resistance. Here that run I didn't enter just because it's a trap run, so I didn't enter over here. If it fall again, I will enter, this time with confident that it is going for that sell side liquidity. But if you find a good setup or good buy from here, you would love to take the buy from there, please go for that. I explained why I'm not interested to take the buy from there, but if you think it's a good buy, go for it. I am just explaining my thinking process, how I'm thinking about this market while the candle are printing on the chart. Why I'm not thinking buy, why I'm not thinking sell, when I will think about buy, when I will think about sell. So this is just a thinking process which I'm sharing with you. Hey Murshad, Haj Mubarak and welcome back. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Aurilla, thanks. You're most welcome, brother. Welcome back, everyone. Kindly take a moment to smash that like button and hit subscribe. Okay, please, as Tamim has told, otherwise he's in power, he can block us. Tito, ever since I started studying price action, I have struggled a lot with bias shifts. I tend to get stuck on the bias of the higher time frame, which leads me to take a lot of unnecessary losses. Higher time frame bias depends. It's important. Higher time frame bias is always important. Like for me, my higher time frame bias is bullish, but in lower time frame, I'm watching the levels, watching the liquidity, watching how this market is going. So I know that from higher time frame, weekly and daily chart, this market will go higher, but it's not going higher directly. It will go lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, something like that. So in that high and low, or the retracement reaction in lower time frame, they're like 100 handle, 200 handle, something like that. I'm going to catch those run from my lower time frame. Now, if you ask me, brother, your high time frame bias is bullish. So how can you trade over there in that type of situation? If you ask me like that way, how you will trade? I will go for buy only. For example, this market, I'm now looking for sell, right? But I will not take the sell. I will wait to take this sell side liquidity first. After taking this sell side liquidity, I will start to frame my buy setup. Or if it doesn't fall, it will close here. I'll go for only buy, no sell, only buy, because my higher time frame bias is bullish. So I will let every sell go. This is how I will avoid unnecessary losses. By the way, guys, I would love to ask you a question. Actually, I got a mail from my funded futures that was telling, if you buy one account, just one uses, okay, for 1 month, you will get 50% discount. One use 1 month, and 15%, 15% discount for unlimited uses. Is that right? Anybody knows that? Look what is happening here. Just look at this. What is happening over there? At the beginning, I told that there is no buy, there is no sell, while this market is in between this dotted line and the high, right? This dotted line and the high. This is that area where this market is consolidating. Do you understand why I'm not interested to enter in this zone? Because this market is not moving anywhere, it is consolidating. This is the area where market need to decide, does it want to go for that buy side liquidity, does it want to go for that sell side liquidity. So I don't want to enter where market is taking its decision for sell side or for buy side. While this market will decide, does it want to go for buy side or does it want to go for sell side, then I will enter. How do I know that market has decided? The body close above this high of the new week opening gap, or the body close below this concurrent crossment of the new week opening gap. That is the decision. It has closed above this line. Okay, it has decided to go for that buy side liquidity. It has closed below this dotted line. It has decided to go for that sell side liquidity. I will wait for the market decision. 50% off any plan. First month discounted, second month renews at full price. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tamimi. I just got the mail like just before starting this stream. I think you will get that by today, Aurelio, because around weekend they're not active. After first time use, 15% off starter plus expert unlimited use for the rest of July. Okay, thank you so much, Tamim, for clearing that. I'm watching this buy side now, okay? So I would love to see if this market can clear that buy side liquidity, trade that first presented gap, and then start to fall. Can it do that? I'm watching this now. Well, it has engineered the buy side liquidity here, right? So I would love to see something like this. Let me show you. something like this. Can it do that? At the same time, whoever is willing to take the buy and you are thinking that this market is going for that buy side liquidity, please go for that buy. Okay, everyone has a different eye or different way to observe this market. So I will be right? No, I'm not saying that. You can be right, I can be wrong. Okay, it has cleared that buy side liquidity, trade that first presented gap. Now I would love to see if it can fall. This is the best area to fall. Absolutely, Aurelia. That is kind of predicting the 15-minute candle close above the new week opening gap high. That is the prediction. Okay, so if the body close above this first presented gap, I'm going to predict that the 15-minute candle is going to close above the high of this new week opening gap. So I will use 1 minute entry from there by predicting the 15-minute candle is going to close above the high of this new week opening gap. So that is the prediction entry. I would love to draw your attention what the market is doing inside this range, dotted line and the high of this new opening gap. What the market is doing over there. This is the theme you have to know beforehand, that this is a low probable area to trade. That area is the low probability to trade because market is trying to take the decision where it would love to go. So the way I read the market, if you got that point or all the theme I have explained over there, why I'm not interested to take either buy or sell in between this range, you will understand, or later you will be able to avoid this type of situation where this market is not moving anywhere. It is just simply consolidating. It's really so difficult to sit on your hand without pushing the button, even after taking a loss. But this is what it is. If it was not CPI tomorrow, I believe it would be a great price action today. And this is the hourly chart. While you can see that this market is still trading this volume imbalance. Okay, this is the volume imbalance market is trading right now. To be honest, it's too risky to take the sell over here. I'm not going to take the sell, but my mind is telling me to push the button over here because it has already done everything it has to do. This highest up close body close candle, I would love to use this candle as my order block. Would love to take a sell from there by putting my stop loss one tick above this first presented gap. Too much risky. That is why I'm not going to push the button. Instead, I would love to see if it works or not. I'm not going to push the button over here. This is not my entry. I'm just watching it. like here, a bit higher, 1300. Target 50% of this inversion gap. Not going to take this entry. What is your higher time frame over here? Why you are framing the trade around this area? The high of this new opening gap is my higher time frame over there. Lower time frame, I have this first presented gap, order block, highest up close body close candle, which has traded a fair value gap. Come back again here, which is the propulsion block, as well as has traded the last fair value gap of this specific leg. See this specific leg, this is the last fair value gap. This is the highest up close body close candle, which has traded the last fair value gap, is my perfect order block. For more precaution, I put my stop loss above this first presented gap. If there was not first presented gap, my stop loss would be here, one tick above that order block, just one tick above that order block. That would be my stop loss. But just for more precaution, I would love to put it over there. That is not my entry. It's too risky. I don't want to put you into any kind of risk. Just saying you about my intention. As I told, why I'm feeling so confident, or my mind is telling me to take the sell exactly from there. What is the reason? I've just explained that. I don't want you to take all the risk. Okay, so this is what to say. I mean, I have no idea what to say. Of course, I'm not going to hold the trade. If I were in this trade, I would not hold the trade until here, which is 40 handle without any partial. That would be my first partial around the top of this gap. See this gap high. That would be my first partial, or maybe 20 handle, whatever it is. And then I would target over there. Your job is to look for the price action over here in between this dotted line and the high. How is the price action? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it so beautiful? Is it something like that? You like it or something like that? The first candle will close above the first presented gap. Tap to the first presented gap. I will go for buy. Otherwise, any kind of selling opportunity, I'll go for sell from below the constant crossment of the new week opening gap, new week opening gap constant crossment below here on my right hand side. Below this constant crossment, I'll go for sell. Any kind of candle has closed above this first presented gap, I'll take the buy. Body close, tap to this first presented gap, I'll take the buy. By predicting that this 50-minute candle is going to close above the new week opening gap high. I think I have missed the opportunity. Whatever, if it come back again, I'll take the buy. To the top of this first presented gap, I'll be in this trade. Just to the top. Stop loss here. Target's gonna be too far, but I'll just check. Trying to cover the 50% of this order block. I'm not sure that I have covered it or not. We'll go for 25 handle partial. After taking a loss around here, I have waited for another opportunity. This is my next opportunity where I would love to go for the trade. Either way, I don't need to predict that the body close above the new week opening gap high. It has already closed above the new week opening gap high. Okay, so I didn't need to predict that. I don't need to think about that, but for more carefulness, I just covered the min threshold of the order flow. It's little a dangerous line, okay, because the 50% of that week a bit dangerous, but I believe that it will be broken and this market will go for this buy side liquidity. It's a bit different. This, I mean, dangerous, but just a reaction is okay. But don't want to see the reversal from there. The weak 50%, and I believe that it's not going to reverse from there. Would love to see this standard deviation is going to work as a support now. So even if it fall a bit, it is going to use this standard deviation as a support. Will trail my stop loss just below this first presented gap. So my loss has been mitigated to 6 handle, something like that. If you are trading more than 50k account, like 100k account, 150k account, 250k account, 300k account, go for mini. If less than 100k, maybe 50k account, 75k account, go for micro. Just struggling to break the 50% of that week. Okay, this is the last fair value gap. That line is the last fair value gap. It's little dangerous, a bit dangerous, this line. I believe no reversal is going to happen from there. Some kind of reaction like this acceptable, but should not reverse, okay, from there. We'll put my stop loss to the break even. I'm afraid, can it reverse from there? It can. I don't want to take any kind of loss over there. If it come back again, I'll frame new buy over there. Don't want to take risk anymore from that area. NQ is the precise price action. MNQ is little different. Okay, so there is the partial. The partial has done. Love to see that if it can go for this buy side liquidity. Okay, so my loss is 21 handle. I have already taken 25 handle partial. 25 handle partial has been taken, and as you can see right now it is 33 handle, whatever it is. Now I will move my stop loss to the below the next logical level, which is this unfilled fair value gap. Not exactly over there, not unfilled gap, here. Okay, and I will let this run go. You don't need to let the run go, but if you have already taken the partial, I don't know anybody was there in this trade or not. If any of you on this trade and you have already taken the partial, you can trail the stop. Otherwise, if you'd love to close the trade, you can close it because it has already, like, too much. You can see 34 handle, something like that. I would love to hold it. Okay, so I would love to catch the run until here, until here. See this 50%, a bit reaction. It is acceptable. I didn't want to see the reversal from there. Just struggling to break it while it has broken. This candle has broken the 50% of this week. Look at the reaction, but for the next candle, how beautiful the reaction is. I don't want to see that this market is going to fully close this fair value gap. It should not close this gap 100%. Wow, sorry, sorry, my mistake. Okay, so looks good. It should not close this fair value gap 100%. Until the 50%, acceptable. 75%, acceptable. 100%, no. I don't want to see that. What does that mean? That means while this market came to the high, this is the high, right? It has taken that high. It should show me the bullishness. I'm bullish. I'm bullish. I'm not going to reverse after taking the high. Look at this high. This is the high that has been taken. Now, I don't want to see it has any kind of weakness. How do I know that? The way it will leave the fair value gap open. Why I'm thinking that? Because I have the buy side liquidity over here. This is the buy side liquidity. I want to see it will go toward the buy side liquidity with speed. And this fair value gap unfilled is the kind of speed. Okay, bruh. I'm not just willing to fall. I would love to go higher. That is the, sometimes you ask me after taking the liquidity, how do I know that it is keep going higher or it is going to reverse? The way it is going to leave the fair value gap, that is the sign. Does it want to keep going higher or does it want to do the consolidation or some kind of reversal? Boom. Nice to boom again. Thank you, Donichu. Close it already. Congratulations, Khalid. Aurelia, thanks for that boom, man. Khalid, thanks. Thank you so much, man, for that boom. Until 75% of this gap acceptable. 100% of this gap close, I'm afraid that it will keep going higher. I'm afraid. So I will, can I put my stop loss over here? No, I can't do that. Why? Because maybe it will just close it and then it will start to go higher. It doesn't need to follow the rules all the time. That is a sign I'm bullish. If it leave the open, maximum portion open of this fair value gap, that is the sign that I'm going higher. If this market can take that high one more time, I will trail my stop loss again. If it can take that high one more time. Until then, my stop loss will be there. If I get stopped out over there, that is the way I will trail my stop loss. Thank you, Sharada, for that boom, man. Fanny, thank you, man. I think 1:2 is good enough with 50 to 70% winning rate. Of course, man, it's more than, even if you have 70% winning rate, 1:1 is more than enough. Because you are putting $100 on the table, you are taking $7 profit, $3 loss. $70 profit, $30 loss. Either way, you are in profit $40. Okay, it's not a good sign. While it has closed this gap 100%, it's not a good sign. My level over here around this area, that same 50% of that week, which is the last fair value gap, would love to see, can it hold the market, send it higher? Doesn't? Okay, I'll get stopped out over there. I don't see any unfinished business below there. That market will go over there to finish that unfinished business. I don't see any. Then why it's not moving? Maybe tomorrow's CPI market would love to leave that liquidity for tomorrow. I don't know. I put my stop loss in the most logical level. So I should not get stopped out if this market would love to keep going higher. And it's not NAS 100 that I'll be confused. I'm not confused. I'm fully confident about my stop loss. Thank you, Sachin. Hi, T2. Good trade, bro. I framed a fair value gap trade and but did not take it because of my rule. Too large of risk, and tomorrow is CPI, so I just wanna chill today. Wow, man, the best decision. Tomorrow is CPI, so today you wanna chill? Cool, man. Okay, I got stopped out. Either way, I'm not unhappy. I'm happy, man. If it wanted to go higher, it would leave that fair value gap open after taking that high. As it didn't do that, falling, accept. This to fair value gap doesn't have any value. We'll wait for the next opportunity, okay? What is your next opportunity? Are you thinking about sell? No, sir. My sell is valid if and only if this market is below this constant enclosement of that new week opening gap. Until here, no sell is valid to me. Only buy, only buy, only buy. By the way, it was a good run. You believe or not, you tell me or not, like 44 handle run. Even if you can catch 30 handle from there, you should be profitable. Min Minhle. Thanks for that penguin, brother. Hi T2, good trade, bro. I read your comment, Minhle. Falling, I don't care. Until this market is not going below this constant encroachment, I am not interested to take any kind of sell. No sell is valid. Remember here, I was not interested to take any kind of buy. Closed there, took my buy. Same here. Not interested to take any kind of sell. Only buy is valid to me. If you find any selling opportunity over there, go for it. Slow is fast. Member for 16 months. Hello, brother Tito. Happy to see you back. Thank you so much. Slow is fast. Thank you so much, brother. By the way, I would love to talk about the 7 a.m. kill zone entry a bit here. I was watching this market, didn't push the button. So 6:30, which is here, around 6:30 to 7. I would love to look for the liquidity taken only. So you can see here, this low and that low, they're the relatively equal lows here. So around 6:30, market has cleared the sell side liquidity. So I was more interested to take the buy only. Exactly around 7, I got the displacement here. So that was my thinking of the buy over here. I was thinking that minus 1.5 standard deviation was my support as well as the displacement. I would love to take the buy over here. Unfortunately, it's an 11 handle loss because it didn't work. I couldn't put my stop loss bit higher. That is the tightest stop loss over there. And while this market fall again, and there is another displacement after cleared the liquidity. Just look at this. After this displacement has been failed, there is the next displacement over here. Until this displacement, there was no displacement with the fair value gap. So while this displacement happened, it was happened around 725. So this was my next buying opportunity with where my stop loss was just 5 handle. Target was this relatively equal highs here and here, 23 handle. So it was, in my opinion, it was good. 11 handle loss and then 23 handle profit. Not bad. No buy is valid while this market is below the first presented cap. No buy is valid. Just got home from work. Welcome back. Slow is fast. Welcome back, brother. I have 50k account and I am drawdown. What contract size should I trade with? A very difficult question, brother. I don't know your style of trading. I have no idea how much is your drawdown and which model do you trade? When do you trade? What is your risk management? I don't know anything. You are watching here. I'm seeing here. What is happening? I'm just watching here. How the new week opening gap high is going to work as a support or does it going to be broken and keep falling? I'm just watching over here. If the market close above the first presented gap again with a fair value gap, I will go for buy again. If it keep falling, I will do nothing. No, Mohit, I don't do that. Once I would do that. I mean, I was used to do that, but right now I have just one monitor. You are seeing whatever you are seeing, I'm seeing the same thing. So I stopped doing the SMT. I will do that again next month. I'll move to Portugal again, and I will make my setup again. So I will buy some more monitor because I need it, and then I will track the SMT again. I don't look for previous day high, previous day low. By the way, where is the previous day high? I think this is the previous day high, and this was the previous day low, right? Friday high. Okay, here is the Friday. Yeah, this is the Friday high. This is the Friday low. I don't notice them. I'm a very simple trader. Like I told, I have buy side here. I have the confirmation. It could be the fake breakout. This is the confirmation of the breakout. Market is above this above the line of the new week opening gap high, and as well as above this first presented gap. I will wait for the next setup. Any candle will close above this first presented gap with a fair value gap. I will take the buy from there. We'll go for this buy side liquidity again. Market will close below this concurrent crossment. We'll start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity. Simple, very simple, very simple. In the meantime, I will wait, because when I will enter, I want to see the run. I will enter here, I will get the run. I was trying to enter here, it didn't work. It didn't work. Okay, so maybe that was the area where I would love to look for buy. Sorry, here I would love to look for a buy here. I want that run. So when I will enter, I want to see the run. I don't want to see all of this consolidation. I don't like to see this type of consolidation. When I will enter, I need the expansion, no consolidation. If I see the consolidation, I will start to trail my stop loss, and maybe I will get prematurely. I will get stopped out, and then market will go wherever I want to see it will go. But I don't care. Consolidation, I will trail my stop loss. Please don't copy my trade. Instead, try to listen why I'm looking for buy and why I'm looking for sell. When I look for sell, when I look for buy. Try to listen them, and then if you think you are looking the same thing, go for the trade. Otherwise, just let it go. But don't copy the trade. It is not going to help you. You are here for your freedom. Don't try to depend on anyone else. You should be the best. The best. Not now, don't worry, you will be. Until you are not going to give up. This is your journey, man. Not my journey, your journey. Waiting, just waiting, okay? The body will close above this first presented gap. With a gap, I will enter again to take the buy. Hmm, 22 YT model. Yep, you're right. It is also forming the 22 YT model without the fair value gap. I believe if I go to the 2 minute chart, I'll see the better price action. The way it has broken the first presented gap, to be honest, I'm not feeling good to enter over here. I mean, let me check the stop loss. Okay, if the stop loss is smaller, then I'll go for this trade. Okay, 8 handle, doesn't matter. Eight handle doesn't matter. I can take that risk. I didn't put my partial level over here just because of this gap. I put my partial level over here just because of this last parallel gap up to that specific leg. Okay. I know it's just a 15 handle, but it is what it is. We'll put my stop loss to the break even. Okay, like, and move my stop loss. If I get a stopped out, okay, I'm okay with that. I mean, what to say? I mean, no word to say. Okay, so I just tried to show you how I will wait for the setup and how I will go for that. Though I was not so much confident to take this buy because of this small consolidation. If this candle could close above this first presented gap, that would be like so confident about this trade, so much confident. But the way it spent one, two, three, four candle, it made this entry low probability. It's a low probable trade just because it has consolidated like little more over here. Now as it has worked already until at least the partial level, okay, as it has worked, I could simply say that, see how beautiful the trade is. No, it's not a beautiful trade. I will say that like it is low probable. Yes, still it is low probable until the last favorable gap is not broken. I just would love to mark the last favorable gap, not this gap. This gap doesn't have any value here. Until this gap is not broken, this is a low probable. I should close it over here actually. Last favorable gap. But as my stop loss is at, okay, I got a stopped out to the break even. Just because of this small consolidation, it is a low probable opportunity. Okay, I think it's okay. Now it will go higher. I don't care. If I could enter from there, okay, this candle has happened like went higher so much beautifully, and my entry was over there. I wouldn't put my stop loss to the break even. Instead, I would go for the stop loss in the most logical level. But here, it is low probability to me until this gap is not broken. So it can simply reverse from there as it has spent too much time inside this first presented gap. This is a sign. Okay, now how do I know that? I have no idea. Okay, it's like some kind of experience, maybe something. You don't feel good watching the market. You don't feel good here. I don't feel good when I'm watching this. I'm not feeling good for that buy. It will work. Good. It will work. That is the logic I was waiting for to enter into this market. But it should not consolidate like this way. If it wouldn't do that, I would be so much confident about that buy. So much confident. But maybe it will work. Okay, I have no idea. But until this last five lookup is not broken, I'm not confident about keep going higher. That doesn't mean I'm looking for sell. Of course I'm looking for buy, but before going higher, it can do the manipulation to this trend line liquidity. See this liquidity, it can do the manipulation. So that is why I'm little afraid. Let me check the 2 minute chart. This is the 2 minute chart. You can see the lowest down close body close candle, which is the order block from open to high. That is the order block. That candle has traded the order block. This specific candle has traded the order block. Come back again to trade this order block, as well as the 50% of that wick, which has cleared all of these lows with that volume balance traded. Trade the 50% of that wick, went higher, keep going higher until the last five lookup from the 2 minute chart. Here is the last five from 2 minute chart. While it will be broken, this market will go for this buy side liquidity. Until it's not broken, it's low probability as I have this trend line liquidity. Thank you for the boom, Joachim. Joachim, the goat. Who is the goat? CR7 is the goat. I agree with you. Cristiano Ronaldo is the goat. Nothing compares to brother T2, the real. Am I? No, I'm not. Slow is fast. You guys are the real wizard. I'm your follower. That's all, man. Thank you, Fanny. Go till 23k. What do you mean by 23k? Yeah, 23 for 23050. That is my target. 23050.00. That's my target. Are you still in this trade, by the way? Or anyone took that entry? Anyone? I'm just asking. That's all. I was not feeling good. That's why I trailed my stop loss too fast. If I was feeling so good, I would hold this trade for this line 23050.00. Juan, you took it. I took brother 20 handle. Wow, congratulations, brother. If any of you took this trade, make sure that you have taken the partial. And then if you are still in this trade, trail your stop loss to the break even. Please trail your stop loss to the break even. If you don't trail your stop loss to the break even, and come on. Come on, man, come on. Why did it stop me out? Because it didn't tap to this farewell. Oh, okay, it tapped actually. Bad luck. Just for a bit, it stopped me out. Just by tick, it stopped me out. Now look at the fun. Now look at the fun. Come on, brother. Go higher. You should go higher. You should not consolidate over here. I already told my viewers that you are going to show us the fun. Show us the fun. Come on. Don't do that. I know you are my girl. You are going to show us the fun. Show us the fun. Okay, that is another new week opening gap high. I have no idea what is that new week opening gap high. July 6, 2025. There was another new week opening gap high. I didn't notice that, by the way. But look at the fun now. Okay, it will just pump higher, 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 higher. It should pump. Wait to see if it goes to my partial. Where is your partial, Juan? Let me know your partial level. If your partial is here somewhere, I will say just close the trade right now, brother. Partial has to be in between 20 to 25 and pump more, man. Come on. It was 22,972. 22,972. Let me check. 22,972. 22,972. 972. 972. 972. 972. 972. It has already cleared your partial, brother. I believe. By the way, guys, the first trade it didn't work. I was thinking that it will work, but it didn't work. It is what it is. That was the next trade. That was the third trade, and I believe it's enough for today, right? 10,755 subscribers so far. I hope that by the end of this month, I'm going to touch 11,000 subscribers. If I get it, man. I took too much. I talk too much. That's why people doesn't want to stay here. Gray means break even. Let me see. What do you mean by 1111? What is 1111, brother? Sachin, see the pump? While the last fabric is broken, pump. I love this pump. At least until to the high, next high, until to that high. I love the pump. Yet not. It will pump again, and then I'll say, oh, okay, now I'm happy. Oh, okay, subscriber. 11111. Can I enter into this market anymore? No, I can't. I can't enter here anymore. No other opportunity, no way to enter into this market again. What is the benefit to stay over here? I would love to go to future scalper. He is going to take at least 100 entry from here to until 11:30. For me, no entry at all until this market is not going to fall a bit. If it keep going higher, I will have nothing to do. Oh, it was a very nice run. 3800 run. Now, guys, let me know. Did you learn anything from today's live? Because it's been 2 months. I was not here, and I came here. What is my poll? Oh, there is 36% green, 36% red, 29% gray. Okay, but if I were in here, I will say that it should be green only. I told you how to look for the bias, how to look for the trade, how to wait for the setup. Everyone will say that wait for the right moment, wait for the right moment, wait for the right moment. How do you know that what is the right moment? Now that doesn't mean if you would love to judge me by this loss, that means you are telling me to go for every winning trade. No, I'm not able to do that. Every trade is not going to be my winning trade. I was not feeling comfortable here. I trailed my stop loss too fast. I got stopped out. I'm okay with that. If it wouldn't do that, I would never stop out over there. I would never get stopped out over there. I would hold my trade until this last parabolic gap is not broken. I was not feeling confident. I trailed my stop loss, got stopped out by tick, just by tick. It's okay with me, but I know where this market will go. I know that. I was afraid some kind of reaction from this last parabolic gap to until this red line. That is why I trailed my stop loss too fast. Otherwise, I would hold my trade and I would keep going higher until this line. That is my line where it should go. This trade I showed you the logic, I showed everything to you, and then I enter over there. I just tried so that you guys can learn. If you learn, don't forget to leave a like. If you didn't learn, give me the dislike. Free fire, free fire, free fear. Bro, can we trade negative RR? What is negative RR, brother? A lot. Thank you, Aurelio. Aurelio, where are you from, brother? We learn everything. Thank you so much, brother. Welcome back, Tito. Hope you are well. Thank you, Manu. How are you, brother? I'm okay, man. Thanks for asking, man. I was looking the streaming, fam. No time to interact, but happy that Tito is back. Thank you, Baragan. How are you, Baragan? Well, guys, as I have really nothing to do right now, I think that I should close the stream right now. 43% are green. I'm really happy. At least 43% are green. 41, 43%. But yeah, those people are red. I believe that, brother, tomorrow is gonna be the best day for you because I have already taught you how to trade the CPI. It is the easiest way to trade the CPI. There can be nothing more beautiful than those type of technique to trade the CPI. It will give you 95% win. Out of 100 CPI, if you use that technique, you will get 95 winning trade from CPI. Very easy to interact with CPI. Tomorrow is the greatest day for those people who are already in red. No need to push yourself. No need to push. If you would love to do that, right now it has already moved a lot. Enter into this market from here is kind of gambling, chasing market, something like that. You have already missed all the opportunity to enter into this market, at least for buying. Okay, this is the buy side liquidity that is my interest to see is going to be taken, and after this buy side liquidity, that is the next line where market should reach for. Right now it tapped to this new day opening gap. I have no idea from where. July 10 2025 tapped over there. Can be some kind of reaction from there. Then there is another new day opening gap. Just be careful, okay, if you are chasing. But either way, it was a great day, even though low probable, but it was a great day. If anyone has any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm done. Okay. I'm from Angola, African country. We speak Portuguese here. Oh man, this time I have to join to the Portuguese class. I have to learn the Portuguese properly. It's a big pain, man. Welcome back, Tito. Thank you, Netkid. Thank you, Tito, for first day back. You're most welcome, Stux. Brother, how many days we need? We need to keep the new opening gap on the chart. 1 week, five trading days. New day opening gap 5 trading days. New week opening gap 5 trading weeks. Plan for PM only buy. If this buy side liquidity is taken, I'm done for the day, because this is the extreme liquidity. I'm not sure about that, but this is the liquidity I'm more interested to be taken. If this market close below this constant crosspoint, I will start to look for sell. No more buy is valid for me. The logic was absolutely simple, very simple. If you are confused, I will say that I would love to remind you one more time. New week opening gap. By the way, Fanny, if you are here, this last parallel gap has worked perfectly. So as a hindsight, I will mark this last parallel gap as a hindsight. Okay, as I have seen that it has worked. It was stronger than the new week opening gap. It has aligned with the daily bias, weekly bias. So as a hindsight, I will mark it. No, it's not my defeat. It's not my mistake. It's not nothing. It's my thinking process, because this new week opening gap is stronger than this last parallel gap. As it has worked perfectly, as a hindsight, I'll mark it. So my plan was, as I have seen that this market has closed above this new week opening gap high. So I was more interested to look for buy only until this buy side liquidity. I framed a trade over there. I got stopped out that fall. While this fall happened and closed below this new week opening gap, no buy was valid to me. Here, no buy was valid to me. I was looking for sell. I was looking for sell. Then this candle closed above this dotted line. See this dotted line, which is the 50% of this new week opening gap. While it came into this range, dotted line to the high, this range, I will do nothing. Simply, I will do nothing. Then this candle closed above this new week opening gap one more time. One more time it has closed. It was fake breakout. One candle closed, the very next candle closed inside the range. It is called fake breakout. This is the confirmation of the breakout. That means it has confirmed I am going higher. After seeing this, I have planned the buy here. That was the buy, first buy I took from there, was a profitable trade. Then I have seen that this market fall again, closed over there, didn't close inside this new week opening gap. Instead, it has closed above this new week opening gap. The next candle open, trade a bit lower, went above the new week opening gap high as well as the first presented fair value gap. From there, I framed new buy. No sell is valid. Why? Because this market is above this new week opening gap. It's now my strong support. Now, those people who are interested to see about the support, just look at this. It was fake breakout, okay, around the opening. Sometimes shit happens. But the second time, while it has confirmed that I'm broken, look at the support, how it has been supported the market, the high of the new week opening gap from July 13, 2025, which is yesterday. Okay, that means the Sunday. It has worked as a support, made a fair value gap over here above the first presented gap. If I didn't have the first presented gap, I would frame the trade to the top of this new week opening gap. I would keep going for buy, looking for buy from that area. As I had the new week, first presented fair value gap over here, I was waited for the next fair value gap or the first presented gap entry. I was waiting for that is broken. It has broken. Keep going higher. I know that where it is reaching for. I have the end line. This is the end line. This high and that high, they are the buy side liquidity. This is the end line. Above this end line, I have another end line, which is the buy side liquidity as well here, as well as the 50% of 2 standard deviation. A lot of things, okay, over here. That is the extreme target. I'm not interested about that. For me, until this buy side liquidity is not taken, I will keep looking for buying opportunity. While this is taken, I'm not interested to frame any trade in between this area. If I am overzealous, I have to take the entry. I will keep looking for that line. Keep looking for that line. But remember, extreme liquidity should not be your target. I gave you the line here. That is here. Clean buy side liquidity. I believe that it's more than enough for being profitable. New day opening gap here. You can see how beautifully it has been respected around this area, right? How beautifully it has been respected. It can be respected 5 days a week. It can be respected 5 days a week. Look at this reaction. How many times it has tried. All of these candle are 15-minute candle. How many times it has struggled to break it, failed. Fake breakout, boom. It opened there, right? Broken. One candle just simply broke it. Fake breakout, fall, went higher, violated here. Brother, how do I know that this time it is going to be respected, next time it is not going to be respected? No way. It can be respected anytime. It can be disrespected anytime, like here, like there, like there. It can be disrespected. And then it can start to respect again. So every time it will come here or here, you will expect that it is going to respect that new opening gap. You will expect that. You will always think that this is going to happen. Always think that this is going to happen around new week opening gap, new day opening gap, and the new week opening gap. Okay, new week opening gap and the new day opening gap. But it has been violated, happy. It has been violated, start to look for sell. It has been violated, start to look for buy. Fake break, start to look for buy. It doesn't mean you will simply push the button. Wait for the setup. You didn't get the setup and closed below this new week opening gap again. Wait for the selling opportunity. Then closed again above this new opening gap, new day opening gap. Start to look for buy. If you get any, perfect. Come back again here, buy until it doesn't close below this new week opening gap, new day opening gap. It closed below, start to look for sell. Until it doesn't close above the new day opening gap, keep looking for selling opportunity. Got the sell, go for that. Come back again. Are you looking for buy? Of course not. Wait for that candle. See this candle? Closed above this new day opening gap. Start to look for buy. Doesn't mean you are pushing the button. Wait for the setup. The very next candle closed below this new day opening gap again. What does it call? Fake breakout. Same thing happened here. Fake breakout. Fake breakout happened. Closed. Start to look for sell again. Very simple logic, brother. Come here. Again, what you are looking for? Buy, 100% no. Sell until it doesn't close above this new day opening gap. This time, how beautifully it has been respected this. There can't be more beautiful than this. Look at the constant crossment of that new day opening gap. But brother, it didn't work like that way here. It didn't work like that way here. I didn't know that it is going to respect it this beautifully over here. But always, I will expect this is going to happen. Always, I will expect this is going to happen. It will respect this beautifully, the new day opening gap or new week opening gap. Here, struggling to what? Break that new day opening gap. Which time frame I will look for to break the new day opening gap, new week opening gap? Always 15 minute, always 15 minute, always 15 minute. No, brother, I would love to use 1 hour chart. It's up to you. I will always use 15-minute chart to break the new day opening gap or new week opening gap. If it is broken from 15-minute chart, it's broken. If it is broken from 5-minute chart, I don't care. 1-minute chart, I don't care. Daily chart, I don't care. Hourly chart, I don't care. 15-minute chart, okay, it's broken. It's not broken from 15-minute chart, it's not broken, it's respecting. Always be careful until it is on your chart. New day opening gap for 5 trading days. 5 trading days. If there is a holiday, then you will count 5 trading days. New week opening gap, 5 trading weeks. 5 trading weeks. Always. I'm repeating because my pronunciation is not good. You know, my English is not good. So I want to make sure that you are getting my point, what I'm saying. That is why sometimes I repeat. Don't think that you don't understand. That's why I repeat it. No, because I have my weakness about the English speaking word. That is why I repeat. Okay, I have very nice buy side liquidity over here, so I don't care about that new day opening gap bullshit. You have to care about that. I don't care about that buy side liquidity. I care about that new day opening gap. I care about that new day opening gap. But brother, last 2 months you didn't show. You framed a buy while market was just below the new week opening gap high. You framed a buy. Last 2 months I was doing my phone. On my phone, it was something like this. Exactly something like that. Okay, I didn't know where is the new day opening gap, new week opening gap, nothing. It was simply like this. My chart was something like that. So what I did, I went to weekly chart. I find out what is it trying to do. Then when I find out, okay, it is bullish, I went to daily chart. If there is any level that is important to me, I can find or I can mark. If I get something over there, went 1 hour chart, find out some fair value gap or something, 15-minute chart, just one time, okay? And then always in 1 minute chart, no other time frame, just 1 minute chart. I was doing everything through 1 minute chart. I have no idea where was the new day opening gap, new week opening gap, nothing, no idea. I was like blind, okay? I had one eye, only one eye. So it was, but it was good, right? It was good, right? But this is what it is. This week, first presented gap will work perfectly, I believe, though it didn't work today. But this week, it will work perfectly. Last week, it didn't work at all. So this week, it should work perfectly. We'll see if what is going to happen. But remember that buy side liquidity, any kind of fall is your buying opportunity. Any kind of fall is your buying opportunity. How do I know that it is going to fall? It's not going to fall from a random level. It will respect the new day opening gap, and that is a level that can give you some kind of reaction. What you are seeing over here, this is called the reaction from the new day opening gap. After that reaction is done, if it closed above this new day opening gap high again, that is my new buying opportunity. So maybe there will be a buy from here to here, 31 handle. Out of 31 handle, I will get 20 handle. I'm more than happy. There is another new day opening gap. I'll make sure that I have taken the partial over there. Okay, so this is what it is. But of course, it can start to fall. If it starts to fall, I will do nothing until this body close below this constant crossment of this new week opening gap. This is all my thinking process. I'm not asking any of you to follow whatever I told. I'm just requesting you follow your own analysis. I'm showing my thinking process. Either you will take something from here or you will just throw this to the dustbin. But I don't want to change your analysis. I don't want to change the way you see the market. I don't want to change it. Absolutely, I have no intention to do that. All I'm doing here is trying to share my thinking process, how I'm thinking about this market, why I'm waiting, why I'm not pushing any button around this area. This is a good run. Why I'm not pushing button? Because this is an area where I have no idea what this market is going to do. While I have got the confirmation, I enter into the market. Why this is a low probability to me? How could it would be a high probability to me? Just these candles inside the first presented gap didn't show me the bullishness. So I was not interested to enter into this trade just because it spent more time over here. If it was immediate, I would be very confident about that buy and would hold my trade until this buy side liquidity after taking the partial in the most logical level. If it wouldn't do that, I would never take the partial over here. I would say that it's gonna be broken. So I will take my partial to the top of this candle or maybe to the rejection block. I will take my partial over there and then I will trail my stop loss slowly until this buy side liquidity. As it did it, I took my partial in the most logical level, which was the last fair value gap, and then put my stop loss to the break even, got stopped out by a tick, just by a tick, even though I know that it would go higher. So this is all about the market. I believe that brother who are actually raid today, 41% are raid out of 29. I got 29 votes, right? Oh, okay, no, not 29 votes. I got 43 votes. So out of 43 votes, 35% are raid, 23% didn't do anything. I'm happy to see that. And 42% is green or gray. Thank you so much, brother, for being green over there. Don't force the market. Don't push your account. Wait and wait. It's too far. No need to enter over here. Tomorrow is a new day. It's a new opportunity. Okay, wait for tomorrow. That's the best option. But brother, it is going to take that buy side liquidity. Trust me, tomorrow will be more beautiful buy side liquidity, more beautiful sell side liquidity. It's always going to be happen in your chart. It's not something like this buy side liquidity is taken, that means I will miss everything for forever. No, man. Every day there is liquidity. Every day there is liquidity. If there is no liquidity in a specific day, don't trade in that day. Wait for the next day to have the end line. That is my end line. I know that this market can maximum go until this line. After that, if it is overzealous, it will go over here. I'm not sure about that. I have no confidence about that, but I'm so much confident about this. So much confident. All of this reaction I'm seeing here, I'm not getting conflicted here. Oh, okay, now it's time to think about the sell because it's in deep premium. No, sir, it's not in deep premium. It's in a place where this market is showing me some kind of reaction because there is a level. Just because there is a level. This is a level. That level has a respect. Trust me, man. It has some kind of respect. So the market is respecting that level. It is respecting it. While the respect is over, while like there is a guy, okay, who is your senior and he is in front of you. So what you are doing, you are just telling him like, hello brother, like showing him some respect. When respect is gone, you will go to your road. He is not going to mind, right? Because you have already showed him the respect. Same thing here, the nude opening gap. He is your elder brother or senior person to you. Market is junior, you are the market. You are respecting him. When the respect is over, you will go to your road. Where is your road? To that buy side liquidity. I'm going for that food. I'm hungry. I have to go over here. But unfortunately, there is another senior brother. So it's, I believe that the reaction is happening from there. So it's gonna be like boom. One candle will take that buy side liquidity, something like that. I'm so sorry guys for talking too much. Trump is speaking. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I speak too much. When I start to speak, I forgot everything else. I just keep speaking, keep speaking, keep speaking. I'm so sorry about that, okay? Quick question, Tito. How to trade two big new week opening gap that are overlapping? You have to look for the high and the low. Here is two new week opening gap overlapped, right? Here. This is the two new week opening gap overlapped. So you will observe high to low. This high to low. All of this area you will do nothing. You will simply do nothing. While this market is inside this new week opening gap, you will do simply nothing. While it is inside this new opening gap, do nothing. Your area is from here to here, to the top of this new opening gap, to the down to this new opening gap. This is your area to play the game. To play the game. Inside this area, you don't need to do anything. If you are overzealous, then you can divide the new week opening gap into 4 portions or 4 quadrant, 25%, 75%, 50%, high and low, and then you can play the game. Otherwise, just do nothing while this market is inside this new week opening gap, new opening gap. It will help you to avoid a lot of losing trade. Fresh shorts edits. You have closed something. I don't know what did you close. Okay, brother, you're most welcome. I was thinking to short a 15-minute candle close below the 15-minute last fair value gap and the beginning of the AM session while doing my planning for the day. If it works according to your plan, jump for the trade. If it doesn't work, wait for the next opportunity. Either wait for that or just let it go. When to use new week opening gap, new day opening gap. It's a different matter, brother. I have already talked a lot about them, how to trade them, how to use new opening gap, new day opening gap. If I start to talk about them, it will take another 1 hour. Also, I don't want to go over there right now. Okay, when the price is close to one of them, you will just avoid the area of new day opening gap, new week opening gap. You will just avoid those areas. Okay, that's all. Look at the fun thing. It is building new buy side liquidity here with all of these highs, new buy side liquidity. So while it will fall a bit, maybe until this bullish fair value gap, your new buying opportunity toward this buy side liquidity and then that buy side liquidity. While this market doesn't keep going higher and take the buy side liquidity, instead it fall a bit, I get happy. Why? Because I know that this market is going to give me another opportunity to take buy, another opportunity. But if it keep going higher, as I said, I have nothing to do over here, because if I enter over here, I will chase the market. I don't want to chase the market. I want him to fall a bit. If it fall a bit, I'm lucky, because this market would love to give me another opportunity to enter to that run. Okay, I made $38 in 1 month from paper trading and only had 2 losses. Awesome, brother. Awesome, man. Just go, if you can do it like 2 to 3 months, then you can switch to real money, I guess. Can you go over how to trade this CPI again. I can't do that netkit right now. Trump is speaking. No, I'm not Trump. Okay. How about event horizon? Between which new week opening gap should I trace it? Every new week opening gap. Every new week opening gap. I don't know how can I show you this. Like maybe this is a new week opening gap. The low of the new week opening gap. Like here, two new week opening gap overlapped with each other. You will look for the low, the last line of the new week opening gap. See this last line, new week opening gap here. This is the last line of the new week opening gap. I don't know how many new week opening gap I have over there. This is the last line of the new week opening gap low. So what I will do, I will mark the high and the low here. This is my event horizon. I think if I go to the hourly chart, I will see that event horizon. No, I can't. I don't know why my event horizon is not working. It should work. I have no idea why it's not working. But the low and the high. So if there is another new week opening gap, maybe here, I will look for this to this. Now, if the new week opening gap is very near to each other, I don't need to think about the event horizon. But it's too far, like here. It's like too far, right? From here to here, it's near about 100 handle. So in that type of situation, the horizon, event horizon is important to me. That means this market can fall until the event horizon before reversing. And I believe that it happened over here. I believe that. Let me check actually. Yeah, it happened exactly over here. It came until the event horizon, then it started to go higher. Before going higher, used that last parallel gap as well as the order block, just trade the event horizon and then reach until this area, made a very strong support to trap people to think that this is a strong resistance. It will fall a bit, then it will boom and took that buy side liquidity. Finally, it will go toward that. I'm not sure about this, but this buy side liquidity 23050.50 is my target. Remember, in my Discord, I also told you 23050.00. Okay, over the trade. Okay. Good morning, MB trader. Good morning, brother. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, that's all for today. Tomorrow I'll be here again, I believe, if I'm not dead. And then, yeah, that's all. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here.